guys, Rick Garland here. I just want to give a quick testimony. It's our last day of the gospel, or the Invasion L.A. outreach with Sports Fan Outreach International and Lighthouse Gospel Ministries. And tomorrow's day 9, so tomorrow is actually the last day, but the last full day is today, and then tomorrow after church we'll be going out to Little India to do some preaching. But I wanted to make a video just kind of sharing some blessings from the trip. It's been a great event here in Southern California. I have a real heart in California for the gospel and to reach this state, which undoubtedly is a very dark place spiritually, but full of prospect, full of opportunities. You can see behind me, the Santa Monica Pier is just teeming with people. We've been in Santa Monica, we've been at Huntington Beach, Hollywood Boulevard, 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, and then abortion clinics around the Southern California area, Baldwin Park, Pomona, Mission Hills, Whittier. I want to give a big thanks to the churches that have helped us out. Hispanic Fundamental Baptist Church of Southgate provided housing. Bible Baptist Church of Gardenia provided housing. And then, of course, Liberty Baptist Church and Pastor Max Graves, who helped kind of stage the event and allowed us to use their church for prayer and teaching times. Let us use their kitchen to prepare lunch. I want to thank my wife, who prepared all the lunches and took care of all that. What a blessing that is to have that taken care of. And then to Bill Adams, just for really the idea to do this. This was his brainchild. And so I want to just kind of give thanks for that. But it's been a good week. We've had, I don't have numbers on me, but about 1,000, maybe a little over, maybe about 15 or 1,100 tracks go out over the last 8 days. We're still getting more out here at Santa Monica today. We've had close to 30 Bibles probably taken. From our Bible table, we've had 4, 5, 6 people stop and ask for prayer at a prayer booth. We've had 4 people this last 8 days call on the Lord that listened to preaching and responded and said, I want to be saved. I want to have my sins forgiven. We've had a lot of people listening. We've had 3rd Street, people were just sitting in chairs and listening for hour stretches. It was just amazing to me. People responding, even Hollywood Boulevard. You find a lot of demon possession down Hollywood Boulevard, a lot of just evil that happens down there, but yet we had good people responding, people listening, people asking questions, inquiring. So it's been a blessing this week. We've seen a lot of good things happen. I had one young man at 3rd Street Promenade that came by the Bible table / prayer booth and looked at the Bibles and asked if they were free, and we said yes. And he said, I've been wanting to read the Bible lately, I didn't have one, and now I do. And it's a blessing to hear that. There's some of that obviously God's working on his heart, he's seeking after God in response to that work that God is doing, and then here we come along providing the Bible with everything he needs to seek after God. Those are divine appointments that God brings our way. So if you're a preacher, keep preaching. Okay, people are listening. God brings people to hear. Open air preaching works. Okay, it's biblical and it works. If you're not preaching, but you're interested in street preaching, get hooked up to Sports Fan Outreach International. What a great, come to Super Bowl in Los Angeles this year. What a great event that's going to be. Contact me if you're in California and you want help getting started street preaching or anywhere else. I'll find someone in your area that can help you get started. You can contact me at thegospelbeacon@gmail.com. Gospelbeacon.org is my website. I'll come alongside you, help you get started. That's all I needed for years. I wanted to preach in the open air, and I just needed someone to come alongside me and to help me out. And so get out there and share the gospel. People are everywhere. You look behind me, these crowds, they just don't stop. People who need to hear the gospel, souls that need to hear the good news of the gospel. So get out there and witness. Be a part of the Great Commission. Be a part of this great work that God is doing in the world. And get hooked up with Bill and Sports Fan Outreach. It's a great place to learn, a great place to get support. And find an event in your area. Go to the website for SFOI. Go to the website and find an event, sign up for it, and come out. I've been to 9. This will be my 10th Super Bowl with Sports Fan Outreach. I can't speak more highly of the Super Bowl. It's my favorite event of the year. I've been with Bill Adams to the All-Star games for Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL. There are great opportunities to preach the gospel. Just find support. That's all you need. But the lesson I learned this week, if I had to narrow it down, the guys who watched this, who were at Super Bowl Outreach, who were at the extended, we did the 10-day preaching, you'll understand what I'm talking about. We went out a couple times to downtown Tampa, and there was no people. And a dear, godly man named Scott Smith, who I've learned so much from over the years, he prayed for God to send people to us. And people began to come out and show up. And I said then I learned an important lesson, right? Pray. Ask God. George Mueller, the guy who ran the orphanages in England, when he opened his first orphanage, nobody came to sign up. He said, he realized I prayed for utensils, I prayed for bedding, I prayed for staff, I prayed for pots and pans, I prayed for all these things. I never asked for children to come. When we began to pray for the children to come, that's when people began to show up. That's when kids came to the orphanage, right? James said, you have not because you ask not. And this week we asked for souls to be saved and people made profession of faith. We asked for Bibles to go out, for tracts to go out. California can be a very hard place. Southern California can be a very hard place to pass out tracts. One of the hardest places in America is 3rd Street Promenade, and we handed out over 150 tracts there. Preachers, remember, when you go out, pray. God can save souls right out there on the sidewalk. God can redeem hearts right out there on the sidewalk. Don't think this is a hard place. I can't pass out tracts here. God can put it in people's hearts to take tracts or Bibles. God can send you people to the prayer booth to pray and minister to them. In other words, I learned this week, I practiced this week, what I learned in Tampa, and that is pray. Ask for specific things to see specific things happen. That's my testimony. God bless you guys.